Hi there, it's Danny here from Prime Coaching Sport. I'm just going to talk you through a couple of basic sport skills that we go over in the complete lessons pack. The skills we're going to cover today are striking skills, moving skills, bouncing skills, throwing and catching skills, and kicking skills. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so first up for our striking, our first skill is the tennis forehand swing. So to get the kids holding the racket right, you can get them to put it down on the ground. And just with one hand on this part of their hand, they're just going to reach down and pick it up. So that's how they hold their racket. Holding the racket with one hand, the kids are going to get into their position. So if they're trying to hit the ball this way, they're going to stand in their T position like this, side on legs nice and wide apart, and they're pointing to their target over there. Now with their racket, they're holding it behind them, and it's almost like they've got a handheld mirror and they can look into the mirror. Okay, so standing side on with your mirror racket pointing to your target. From here, what we want to try and get them to do is swing their racket from low to high. So that's the next important thing, swing from low to high. So what they're going to do is, as the ball comes, they swing from low to high and get them to finish over their shoulder. So it's really important the kids are not swinging like this, okay, from side to side. We want to see them racket behind, pointing, they swing from low to high. That's the first thing we want to get them to do. So again, keeping your eye on the ball. If they're bouncing to themselves, the ball, you've got their racket behind them here, step and swing. Okay, just once more. Okay, they've got the ball here, they can practice racket behind, step and swing. That's the forehand strike. So a couple of racket ball handling skills. What you can get the kids to do, first off, practicing balancing the ball on their racket. You can get them moving around, maybe walking across some lines, keeping the ball in the middle of the racket as best they can. Okay, as they start to progress, there's a couple of things you can do. You can get them to bounce, hit, and catch. So maybe they can bounce the ball, hit, and catch. Hit it nice and high or straight up in the air. Once they get good at that, you can get them to progress it, to bounce it on the ground, to bounce and catch. As they get that skill, they can slowly try to get as many as they can, bouncing the ball, okay? So lastly, the overarm or overhead strike. It's like a tennis serve, okay? Get the kids to practice throwing the ball nice and high. And before they hit the ball, the first thing again, you're going to stand in this pose now, pointing to the ball, and they can scratch their back with the racket. You tell them to bring the racket behind their shoulders and scratch it. So they're here. When they step and try and hit the ball, they're going to try and hit the ball as high and as far out in front of them as they can reach. So they're going to try and hit the ball there. Okay? So if we're here, once they're practicing their skills, they're right here. Throw the ball up, scratch, and swing. Okay, one more here. Okay, scratch the ball, throw it up, and swing. And that's the overarm hit. Baseball skills. Alright, this is a two-hand strike. First thing we want to get the kids to do, we're probably going to get them practicing on a tee, especially if they haven't done a lot of hitting before. First thing we get to do, get them to hold the bat with two hands. Okay, so not just one hand, two hands nice and close together, but not squeezing it too hard. Okay, should have nice loose wrists here. So two hands together on the bat. First thing they're going to do if they're on a tee, they're just going to square up to the tee. And what I mean by squaring up is that they're standing side on to the tee, so they're not this way, because otherwise they're going to swing, it's going to go over there. They're standing side on, a little bit behind, and also they're making sure that the ball is about a nice stretched arm away. If they're too close, they're going to be like this, they're going to be hitting, not a good hit. Square up here, nice straight arms, always keeping the eye on the ball. We actually want the ball to be about as high as their belly button, so you can always adjust it up and down. Alright, we want them hitting about this height. Okay, you can adjust it for each kid. 2 hands on the thing. First, what we do here, we're going to swing back over our shoulders here. Okay, I don't want the kids swinging down here. I want them swinging over their shoulders. You can even see the bat over their shoulder when they swing like this. Keep a nice high back elbow, like a chicken wing. Get them point it behind them. Okay, they've got their eyes on the ball. They're standing legs nice apart. What they're going to do is, from here, they're going to take a step and hit the ball, and then they're going to swing all the way through. Okay? Okay, so once more here. Another thing really important is if they're practicing in a large group, make sure before they swing that no one else is around. So once they've squared up, like this, they've measured up, they're side onto the ball, and they swing back. Just make sure, have a look around, that there's no one else in the class around. Okay, keeping their eyes on the ball, high back elbow, take a step, and swing through. Okay, you can practice with bigger or smaller balls, depending on their ability. Make it more challenging and make it harder. And that's the baseball swing. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed those basic instructions on how to teach sports to your kids. Alright, make sure you check out the pack. It's perfect for kindergarten to grade 2's. It's got so much stuff in there. It's got over 100 skills and games and whole lesson plans that you guys can use, because we just want to help you to love the PE teaching that you're doing. Okay, we want to really help you. We've given you everything you need step by step. It's really easy to follow, and so you can deliver some game-changing sport and get your kids on the way to becoming sports stars. Hope you've enjoyed that. We'd love any feedback or questions you may have. Feel free to send them in. We just want to help you guys as much as we can.